Hey guys, the GameGate15 here, and today I'm going to be talking about Black Ops 2. Now, I know a lot of people have been covering it, talking all about it, and I wasn't going to cover it at all because I thought, well, there's plenty of other people doing it, and most likely you'll be sick of it by now. But rather than ignore it like nothing's ever happened, I thought I would just cover 8 of the most important points and give you my opinion on each of them. So to start off with, the first point is multi-team gameplay. Now, I don't know if you've known, this has been teased before, but we just thought it would be multi-team team deathmatch. So basically like squad deathmatch on Battlefield, where you'd have little teams of you, maybe 3 and 3 and 3, or 4 and 4 and 4, etc, etc, and you'd battle it out. And people didn't think that was a big deal. Personally, I didn't think it was a big deal because it was nothing much. But apparently now it will be multi-team across the board. So imagine a multi-team capture the flag, demolition, and stuff like that. Search and destroy, maybe. I don't know how quite that would work, but you never know. It's possible. Treyarch have done this to try and push the team play element of the game, trying to get you to work with your teammates, because a game's a hell of a lot more fun when you're working with a team, and you can most likely own the game when you're all working very tightly as a team, and it just makes it that more challenging. If you're playing as a lone wolf, one can get a bit boring, and 2, frustrating that your team basically is acting like it's one big team deathmatch and not a game of search and destroy or demolition or capture the flag. I personally really think this is a good idea as long as it works. If it does what it's supposed to do and gets people working together as a team, then I'm happy. But I just have this feeling in the back of my mind that it won't make a difference at all. The COD players that are so used to be playing on their own, I think will just continue to play on their own, regardless whether in a smaller team of 3 teams or whether we're just in one big team. I really, for them, don't feel it's going to make a big of a difference. But we'll see. You never know. So the second point is regarding a new game mode called Hardpoint. And it isn't like a completely brand new game mode. You've never seen anything like it before. You've just never seen it on COD before. And the game mode is called Hardpoint. And Hardpoint is a lot like King of the Hill. It practically is King of the Hill, but named Hardpoint instead. For any guys that don't know what King of the Hill is, it's basically like Drop Zone, which was in MW3. Just get rid of the care packages, and that's basically the game mode. And I'm really excited for it because it's nice to have new game modes. It means that they're trying to bring new things into Call of Duty, not just stick with the old game modes that we've been used to for God knows how long. Infinity will try and bring in these community game modes, like see stuff like Infected and Drop Zone and things like that. But it's nice to see brand new game modes being implemented into Black Ops 2 because it's just refreshing. That's the best way I can put it. It's refreshing to see. Now, the third point is something that I think a lot of Call of Duty fans will be happy for. I'm sure that anyone who's been playing Call of Duty since at least Black Ops will know of the perk called Ghost. Now, Ghost basically hid you from UAVs and advanced UAVs when you had the Pro variant and stuff like that. And it was really annoying because, guess what? A lot of people camped because of it. People just camped in the corner, in a building, you'd walk in, you didn't know that they were there, they take you out, and they just sit there for the rest of the game basically doing that. And that peed a lot of people off, including myself, and I just didn't agree with it. So, they've gone, okay, how can we improve this? And now they've done it that Ghost doesn't work if you're standing still. If you're camping in a corner, if you're camping in a building, if you're just not moving, basically, it does not work. So basically, it's only gonna make you invisible from UAVs as long as you're moving around. And that's brilliant. It's gonna really push people to move around the map, not just stay still in the corner. So I think this is a really good idea, and I'm sure a lot of Call of Duty fans will agree with me. The fourth point is to do with kill streaks, and they are completely being remade. Now, there is other videos which I will link to in the description where they go through it in more detail. I got a little confused, so I'm just going to explain what I understand and what I think you really need to know, and that is a kill is worth 100 points. As you know. Say if you're playing something like Capture the Flag, grabbing the flag is going to be worth the same amount of points as a kill, which is brilliant. They're really trying to get people to play these objectives, encouraging them, grabbing that flag, you're going to get as much points as a kill, which is brilliant. That never used to happen before. Also now, when you actually capture the flag, you take it back to your base and you capture it, it's going to be worth 150 points. So, the person that doesn't play the objective, like in the previous Call of Duty, say you're the person that just wanted to run around, shoot people, act like it was a team deathmatch and not play the objective, he'd normally get the kill streaks, he'd normally do well in the game. But now, really to do well, you're going to need to capture that flag. You're going to get more points for killing someone while you're holding the flag. You're going to get more points for killing someone that is holding the flag, capturing it, grabbing it, all this stuff, which is great. It's really pushing you to play the game mode as it should be played, and I know a lot of Call of Duty players will be happy as I am about this. Now, I've talked about these shock charges before, but I found out more information about them. You may have seen them. They are like these little stick things with charges on the end. You throw them across the map, they dig into the ground, and they shock players near them. It will apparently paralyze them for a bit, slow them down, and hurt them a little. But the most interesting point from this is that I found out if they get thrown into the ground and there's no enemies around where you've thrown it, it will not just go off anyway. It will actually work like a bouncing Betty, stick in the ground and be waiting for an unexpected enemy to come across, and it will stun them, and do its work. So, which I think is really cool. You're never going to waste one of these, and they seem like a really powerful device that everyone's going to want to use. Will they be a bit overpowered? I don't know. I suppose we're just going to have to wait and see. So my second to last point regarding Black Ops 2 multiplayer is that you may have seen this before, the hunter-killer drone. It was shown in some of the gameplay, and yet again, I'm just going to say I'm going to put links in the description to this gameplay. I was going to talk over some gameplay of it, but there is a bit of a copyright issue with the whole gameplay thing at the minute, and I really don't want to put my channel at risk for the sake of showing you the gameplay. There'll definitely be links in the description. Click on them over at Machinima. They've showed a load of gameplay. You can go and watch them for yourself, and that's exactly what I've watched before doing this. So the hunter-killer drone, it's unmanned, and when you get it as a kill streak, you take it out, you throw it into the air, and it basically flies round on its own and takes out an enemy when it finds it. And it's a one-use thing, so if it gets multi-kill, it gets multi-kill. If it only gets one person, it gets one person. It doesn't fly around forever killing people until a certain time limit or till someone takes it down. So it's going to be probably a bit like an RC car where it self-destructs itself near an enemy. I don't know that for sure. I don't think anyone knows that for sure at the minute, but it seems to be reportedly it just explodes near an enemy. So if you get a multi-kill, you get a multi-kill. It's just the luck of the draw, really. So that sounds pretty cool. I like the idea of that. I like the fact that it's unmanned, because it's going to be a bit like potluck, whether it gets one person, whether it's 5 person, or whether maybe it gets none. I like that. I don't like a lot of manned drones that people can own the map with. So last but definitely not least is regarding live streaming from Black Ops 2 itself. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be very excited and pleased about this. Maybe you've live streamed in the past, or maybe you've always wanted a live stream. Black Ops 2 actually makes it possible in the game. I don't know where exactly it's going to live stream to, probably to the Call of Duty website, and you'd have your own account, like a link, and you'd give that to people to watch. And I also don't know whether you'd be able to use any accessories like camera or stuff to be able to show your face, you're playing, while the gameplay is being shown. But you'll definitely be able to live stream, and that is awesome. They're saying that they're going to push commentators and people that want to make content and put it on the internet, and this is really proving that. It's opening the doors to people that never had the chance to be able to show their skills on the internet. And it's no longer a case of whether you can afford to buy a HD PVR or an Elgato or something like that. It's more of a case that anyone with a half-decent internet connection can show the world how they play Call of Duty. And that's great. It's opening much more of a community, and it's really open for anyone to have a go at. So there we go. There's my thoughts on the Black Ops 2 multiplayer details so far. I will keep you updated, especially on my new show on Friday, which will be a Gamescom special, and I'll go over the highlights from Gamescom so far. If you missed any of Gamescom or haven't heard anything about it, don't worry, I have you covered right here on this channel. So don't forget to like the video if you did enjoy it, subscribe to me, I'm nearing 100, I've just finished my 100th subscriber special video, and I can't wait to share it with you all. So thank you guys for watching the video. If you found it useful, hit that like button, and I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye.